So, boom, what's going on with your boys, man? It's K2Swavy Chronicles back with another video. Today, we're gonna be doing a reaction video. First video of 2025. Coming out with a lot of videos, going crazy this year. So, today we got a video on the NBA player that never missed a shot. I'm not gonna say who, but you're gonna see in the video. It is a Golden State Warriors player. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And nothing else to be said, let's get straight into it.
What if I told you that the best shooter in the NBA wasn't actually Steph Curry? This NBA player shot 1,309 mid-range shots throughout his entire career and made every single shot. But this guy played on the same team as Steph. How did he get through 833 games played and didn't miss a
Shaun Livingston was him, bro.
Once. That was Shaun Livingston. The NBA player
Shaun
who turned his
Livingston
mid-range game into an art form. But don't worry, we won't make you watch him shoot free throws for the next 20 minutes.
He was I was going to say Polo G, oh my god. He was Paul George before Paul George.
His story is way more interesting than that. Before he became an NBA champion, Shaun Livingston was lighting up the high school courts. Standing at 6'7" with the point guard skills, he was the second best recruit in the nation, right behind some guy named Dwight Howard.
I'm Dwight Howard. I'm a teenager, and I'm about to go from high school straight into the NBA.
But he was good though. Dwight Howard was good. So you can't complain.
His skills were off the charts. I'm talking silky smooth handles, court vision like a hawk, and a basketball IQ that had college scouts drooling out their mouths. Livingston's high school career was nothing short of impressive. He snagged the Illinois Mr. Basketball title and led his team to back-to-back state championships. The hype was real, and the NBA came calling. The LA Clippers scooped him up with the 4th overall pick in the 2004 draft. It seemed like the start of a legendary career, but little did anyone know, Livingston's journey was about to take a crazy turn. Shaun's draft night dreams quickly turned into a nightmare. Imagine going from a top pick in the NBA draft to facing the possibility of never playing basketball again. So how exactly does an athlete come back from an injury?
Why are they zooming in, bro? Oh my god. I know
that's so bad, doctors consider amputating it. Early in Shaun Livingston's NBA career with the Clippers, he had flashes of potential that made him one of the most watched rookies in the entire league. He averaged 7.4 points and 5 assists per game in his rookie season. By his third year, Shaun Livingston had worked his way up into the starting lineup, averaging 9.3 points and 5.1 assists per game. But on February 26, 2007, everything changed. In a game against the Charlotte Bobcats, Shaun Livingston went up for a layup and came down hard. His left knee buckled in a way that made everybody in the arena go silent.
Oh my god.
The diagnosis, devastating. He had torn his ACL, PCL, lateral meniscus, dislocated his patella and tibular-femoral joint, and sprained his MCL. Many ask, does he even have a knee anymore? The injury was so bad that doctors considered amputating it. Shaun's promising career, which had just started, was suddenly hanging out on by a thread. The road to recovery would be long and with no end in sight, with no guarantee of ever coming back to the NBA. For 16 months, Shaun fought through grueling rehab. The physical pain was intense, but the mental challenges were just as hard. He had to relearn basic movements, rebuild his strength, and find the courage to trust his body again, all while knowing that his dream of the NBA might be slipping away. During this time, Shaun's mind was put to the test. He had to watch from the sidelines as his peers continued to develop and shine in the league. The uncertainty of his future weighed heavily on him. Would he ever play again? And if he did, could he ever reach the potential that made him such a highly respected rookie? As Shaun slowly regained his strength and mobility, he faced another harsh reality. The Clippers, the team that had once seen him as their future, waived him in July of 2008. At just 22 years old, Shaun found himself without a team and still working to regain his form. But Shaun refused to give up. He continued rehab, pushing through setbacks and doubts. His determination paid off when the Miami Heat signed him to a contract in October of 2008. It wasn't a guaranteed spot, but it was a chance to prove he could still compete at the highest level. Shaun's return to the NBA wasn't the triumphant comeback story that many had hoped for or thought of. He played just 4 games with the Heat before being waived again. But it was a start. He had made it back onto an NBA court, something that seemed impossible in the aftermath of his injury. As Shaun prepared for the next chapter of his career, he knew the road ahead would be challenging. He would have to adapt his game, prove his worth to skeptical teams, and find a way to carve out a role in the league that had now moved on without him. But he had already overcome the biggest
Just
obstacle of his career. Now, with a new perspective and determination like nobody else, Shaun Livingston was ready to write the next chapter of his NBA story. The next phase of Livingston's career tested not only his physical attributes, but mental toughness. Imagine fighting your way back from a career-threatening injury, only to find yourself unwanted by team after team after team after team. How do you find your place in the NBA when it seems like nobody wants you? For Shaun Livingston, the answer laid right in his determination and a willingness to adapt. After Shaun went through rehab, he had a journey that would see him bounce through 8 different NBA teams in just 6 years. His first stop after the injury was with the Miami Heat in 2008, but that was a brief stint that only lasted 4 games. From there, Shaun found himself on a basketball journey, wearing the jerseys of the OKC Thunder, Washington Wizards, Charlotte Bobcats, Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh my god, y'all remember the Bobcats, bro? Yo, I ain't see that in forever.
The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Brooklyn Nets. During this period,
Warriors.
Shaun had to redefine his game. The explosive athleticism that once made him a top 2
Warriors
prospect was no longer his calling
on.
card. Instead, he began to focus on his basketball IQ, court vision, and developing a deadly mid-range jumper. It was a slow process, but with each team, Shaun added new wrinkles and new things to his bag. His time with the Wizards in the 2009 and 2010 season showed flashes of this potential. Shaun averaged 9.2 points and 4.5 assists per game, proving he could still contribute at the NBA level, but consistency and stability still weren't there. In the 2013 to 2014 season with the Brooklyn Nets, it was a turning point. Shaun played in 76 games. He started 54 of them, averaged 8.3, had 3 assists and 3 rebounds per game. His efficiency for the mid-range was becoming noticeable.
On Miami,
shooting an impressive 49.7 from the field. Throughout this period, Livingston's mental toughness was put to the test. Each new team meant adapting new systems, new teammates, and new expectations. This required a level of resilience that went beyond physical recovery. Shaun had to stay motivated knowing that each game could be an audition for his next opportunity. The constant movement and uncertainty would have broken many players, but Shaun used it as gas. He became a student of the game, learning from every coach and every teammate. His experiences with different systems and playing styles helped him develop a versatile skill set that would prove invaluable in the next phase of his career. As Shaun moved from team to team, his mid-range game became the standout. He wasn't the high-flying prospect he once was, but
that's when I found out about him, when he got on the Warriors.
He was becoming something perhaps even more valuable. A reliable, efficient player who could create mismatches with his size and skill. By the end of his time with the Nets, Shaun had transformed himself into a valuable role player. He had proven that he could contribute to a playoff team, and his basketball IQ and mid-range skills were starting to turn heads around the league. As Shaun's stock rose, one team saw something special. In a league obsessed with three-pointers, could a mid-range specialist be the missing piece for a championship contender? The Golden State Warriors were about to make a bet that would reshape both Livingston's career and their own destiny. In 2014, the Warriors signed Shaun Livingston to a 3-year, $16 million contract. It was a move that raised eyebrows around the league. The Warriors, known for their three-point shooting skills, were bringing in a player who had only attempted 13 three-pointers his entire career. But head coach Steve Kerr saw something in Shaun that others had missed. A perfect complement to the Warriors' high-octane offense. Shaun's unique skills set seamlessly into the Warriors system, while Stephen Clay had rain threes.
And like he was playing like he wasn't hurt like that before. So that's why I didn't.
Shaun's mid-range game provided a change of pace that kept defenses off balance. His height advantage over most point guards allowed him to post up smaller defenders, creating mismatches that the Warriors exploited mercilessly. The Warriors' bet on Shaun paid off in a huge way. In his first season with the team, Shaun played a crucial role in their run to the 2015 NBA championship. He appeared in every single game during the regular season, averaging 5.9 points and 3.3 assists in just 18.8 minutes per game. But it was in the playoffs where Shaun truly shined. In Game 1 of the 2016 NBA Finals, with Steph Curry struggling, Shaun Livingston stepped up big time. He scored 20 points on 8 of 10 shooting, leading the Warriors to a crucial victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was a performance that showcased Shaun's value to the team. A reliable scorer who could deliver when the stars were struggling.
It was like the Warriors was the superheroes and the Cavaliers was the
villains. His basketball IQ and experience made him a steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. He became a mentor to younger players and a respected voice among the veterans. His journey from devastating injury to key contributor on a championship team inspired his teammates and fans alike. Over the next 5 seasons, Shaun would help the Warriors reach 5 straight NBA Finals, winning 3 championships. His efficiency from the mid-range became legendary. In the 2018 to 2019 season, Shaun Livingston shot an astounding 57.1% from 10 to 16 feet, a testament to his mastery in the last art of the mid-range jumper. But perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Shaun Livingston's tenure with the Warriors was his consistency. Despite his injury history, he played played in at least 71 games in each of his 5 seasons with the team. His reliability and steady production made him a fan favorite and a crucial piece of the Warriors dynasty. Livingston's journey from injury to NBA champion was remarkable, but his on-court impact was even more surprising. How does a player with only 73 career
him and Andre Iguodala was a good little
point attempts thrive in the modern NBA? For Shaun Livingston, the answer was mastering a skill that many thought was obsolete, the mid-range jumper. In an era dominated by three-pointers and layups, Shaun Livingston carved out a niche such as mid-range maestro. His shooting accuracy from 10 to 16 feet was nothing short of jaw drop. Shaun's signature move was his turnaround jumper.
We've seen this in the past, a smaller Delly trying to defend Shaun Livingston. No help. That's a shot Shaun Livingston has made.
Dellavedova was D. Curry's stopper, bro. Argue with me if you want to, but Dellavedova, he could have stopped Curry. I'm not
entire career.
Standing at 6'7", he could easily shoot over smaller defenders, using his height advantage to create mismatches. His ability to post up and score efficiently in the paint added a whole other dimension to his game, making him an insane threat on offense. But why didn't Shaun develop a reliable three-point shot? The answer lies in his injury history and playing style. After his devastating knee injury in 2007, Shaun had to adapt his game. The explosive athleticism that once defined his play style was no longer his primary weapon. Instead, he focused on perfecting his mid-range game, which put less strain on his reconstructed knee. Shaun's unique skill set provided an amazing, unmeasurable value to the Warriors. In a lineup filled with sharpshooters like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, Shaun's mid-range powers kept defenses honest. When teams overcommitted to defending three-point line, Shaun would have punished them with his deadly accuracy from 15 feet. His efficiency was particularly showing up in high-pressure situations. In Game 1 of the 2016 NBA Finals, with Curry struggling, Shaun strode up and he scored 20 points on 8 of 10 shooting. His ability to deliver in clutch moments made him a reliable option for the Warriors throughout their entire championship runs. Shaun's playstyle wasn't just about scoring. His court vision and passing ability made him a valuable playmaker off the bench. He could run the offense effectively, allowing the Warriors stars to play off the ball and find open shots. This versatility made him an integral part of the Warriors' DEFCON 5 lineup that terrorized the league for years. What made Livingston's success even more impressive was how he stayed relevant in a rapidly changing league. As teams increasingly emphasized three-point shooting, Shaun doubled down on his strengths. He proved that there was still a space for mid-range specialists in the modern game, especially when that specialist contribute in multiple ways. His comeback story resonated with fans, while his old school game appealed to basketball purists. Shaun Livingston's on-court legacy was cemented in history, but his greatest contribution to basketball has yet to come. As the final buzzer sounded on his playing career, a new challenge had emerged. Could he translate his court vision and leadership to the front office? In 2019, after 15 seasons in the NBA, Shaun Livingston decided to hang up his jersey.
Peoria's NBA.
When I heard about that, I was like, what?
Star is retiring. Earlier today, Golden State's Shaun Livingston announced that he is ending his 15-year career in the NBA.
His retirement marked the end of an era for the Warriors and the league. But for Shaun Livingston, it was the beginning of a new chapter in his basketball journey. The Warriors, recognizing Livingston's value beyond his playing days, didn't let him stray far from the organization. In 2020, they brought him back in a front office role as Director of Players Affairs and Engagement. This position allowed Shaun Livingston to leverage his experiences and insights to help shape the future of the franchise. Shaun Livingston's journey is a testament to the unpredictable nature of professional sports. From top high school prospect to the brink of career-ending injury, Shaun's path was far from conventional or easy, but his resilience shone through as he fought back, reinventing his game and becoming a crucial piece of the Warriors' championship dynasty. In the end, Shaun Livingston's never missed shot wasn't his mid-range jumper. It was his ability to adapt, persevere, and make an impact, no matter the circumstances. That's a shot that never misses.
Didn't see this message. I'm very...
Yeah, bro, that was fire. Shaun Livingston was him. Like, he wasn't a all-star, but he was still good, like a good player in general. But if you're new, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, subscribe to the main channel. If nothing else to be said, I'm out.